Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's Weekly Gospel. In this week's Weekly Gospel, we are going to be talking about quiet time. I think we talked about this a few weekends ago, but it's Sunday, and we're going to do this Weekly Gospel about quiet time because that's something I've been doing. I've been reading about my Devo recently, or my Devos. It's been over multiple days. So basically, this is something. As I think I mentioned earlier, I've been completely lacking in, and I'm sure some of you out there already have kind of your quiet time put together, but I've learned about 3 components, or maybe only 2, I don't know. But your quiet time is super important, and from what I've read, this is all going off, I guess I don't need to say that anymore, but from what I understand, quiet time is a really important subject matter. It's a really important aspect of faith. It's very essential if you want to have a good relationship with God to actually take time and talk to Him. Put that in any real life example. You can't have a relationship with someone if you never talk to them. First of all, taking the Rick Warren Devo I was reading takes this to a whole nother level. Normally when I think quiet time, I'm like, oh yeah, maybe I'll lie down in my bed and I'll pray. But this is like, no, you're meeting with the living God. You need to give Him the best time you have of all the day when you're most alert, most focused, most energetic, most ready to listen, and make it a big thing. You're meeting with the living God who created the entire universe. This should not be a, casual, I guess I'll talk to him. Like, this should be a real, this guy created the universe. This is better than meeting, the president or George Washington or, Bill Gates, anyone. This is this is the God who created the universe, not just a human who still does stuff wrong. If you had a meeting with Bill Gates, would you be late? Would you say, oh, actually, I want to sleep in, so I'm not going to, sorry, I won't be able to be there. No, of course you would. You would make it. Even if you had a meeting with Bill Gates every day, you'd never miss. And I think that's how our quiet time should be too, because you're meeting with the living God. It should be something that you go to all lengths and all extents to never miss, never be late, be alert. For most people, this time is in the morning when you're going to be most alert and ready and up for a quiet time. But if maybe you're a night kind of person and you'd be better at night, do it when you're at your best, or maybe on your lunch hour or something. And here's the other component that I thought was very interesting, something you might not think of, but very important. He said you need to have a sacred spot. Jesus had a sacred spot. Abraham had a sacred spot. Everyone, many Bible characters have one specific spot that they go to every day. So this could be something as low as an empty closet in your house, or a corner behind your desk, right? Where you just go and you can do it. Or maybe it's going out. I know my leader parks his car along the beach and just sits around in his car. Some people find parking lots. But he said it should be, this is really interesting to me, somewhere where you can pray aloud and not have to worry about disturbing other people. You can pray aloud, you can, be doing stuff and not have to worry about disturbing people, or people being like, what are you doing? So whether that's an empty closet or something, that could be anything. And this hit me because last time I had read this, I was thinking I don't have any empty closets or anywhere I'm not going to be able to drive. Where am I going to go? Maybe in the backyard. And then it hit me when I was reading this for the second time, oh my gosh, I have a school. And actually look at it on a map. Basically every neighborhood in LA has that elementary school within proximity, in the neighborhood. So, go to find out, a school, an elementary school is a really good option, but of course, find your own. But for me, it was hey, I love biking, and I live in a neighborhood with a school, might as well. So, just go over, I'm going to find a place, I think, tomorrow at an elementary school, or at the elementary school. I don't know where, but just one place where I can sit, where I probably wouldn't, be going through on my bike rides, and other random kids at the school would not be going through on their bike rides, where you can just sit and have a quiet time. And that's that. That's kind of my little talk on quiet time. So you want to have a good place to do it, a place where every time you come back, after it's been years and years and years, you can come back repeatedly. And just when you're there, you're not there to mess around on Twitter or anything else. You're actually there to read and pray and listen to God. So place is important. A consistent time. Be very consistent. Don't miss it over anything else. You want to make sure you're there because you're meeting with the living God, the one who created everything. It's an important meeting. And just start off, little, and then slowly grow to, they said 15 minutes every day is ideally where you want to be, so you can ease up to it. But 15 minutes is ideal for you want to be getting at least 15 minutes. The senior pastor at my church does an hour every morning, which I would not recommend. I don't have an hour to spare, and even if I did, I would not be able to do quiet time for an hour every morning. That would probably kill me. But hey, 15 minutes is enough. That's really all you need. But as much time as you can give. Consistency, time, a place, consistency. Don't miss it. It's so important, and I think a quiet time can be very, very changing to faith. So this is not something I'm not what am I trying to say? This is not something that I am completely innocent with as well. I've not been doing this quiet time. Everything I just talked about, this is something I'm starting along with you if you're starting to. So, hey, that's what's going on. I'm starting on this journey with you, so I pray that it would help you guys, that these steps would help you in your walk too. So anyways, that's going to be it for this week's Weekly Gospel. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you like this video, like it. If you dislike the video, dislike it. Don't forget to share your opinion in the comment section down below, including any epiphany you had yourself this week. And I'll see you next week, guys. Bye.